Now, one thing that's worth noting with this video is that it shows everything, and it does show me getting my vaccination, which is done with an injection. So if you are really worried and fearful about needles or don't like seeing them, then you need to be prepared for that. All right, I will make sure there is a warning later on of when we are getting to that bit in the film. So here I am at Ashton Gate. This is where I was going to have my COVID vaccine. I was a little nervous when I arrived, but that's okay. I think there will probably be lots of us that are feeling a bit nervous. But let's go and see what happens and what it's like to have our vaccine. Now, the first thing I had to do was join a queue. Now, the queues look quite long, but they move pretty quickly. So I was maybe only here for 5-10 minutes at the most. If you think you might find that tricky or you might get a little bored, it might be worth taking a book or taking an iPod so you can listen to some music while you're waiting. But you snake on around the room until you get to the first checkpoint. Now, at this first checkpoint, the people who are there just ask some simple questions to make sure that you've actually got an appointment for a vaccine and to make sure that you're not poorly. And they did also ask me to change my mask, because you need to wear a mask when you have your vaccine, and I had my colourful one with patterns on the outside, and they just asked me to change it to one of the blue and white masks like that's at the hospital. Could keep my mask, I could just put it in my pocket, and then I had a blue and white one to wear while I was having my vaccine. I then made my way through to this room. It was the same as before, just a queue to snake round. They had plenty of spots and markers on the floor to make sure that everybody kept their 2 meters away and everybody was socially distant. You might find while you're queuing that there are some people who are asked to go quicker or asked who don't have to queue for as long as you, and that's because they are looking after our old people, people who are 80 years of age or older, and getting them seen quicker because they're a bit more vulnerable. Doesn't mean that they're being naughty or jumping the queue or not waiting their turn. Your turn will come, you just have to be a little bit patient. You then get to a table where they officially check you in. They check your name and your time of your appointment to make sure that you are the right person in the right place at the right time to have your vaccine. And then you can see people are queuing up, ready to make sure that they know all about the vaccine and what they're having. And that's the bit that's going to happen next.
Hello, my name's Michelle and I'm the nurse taking your consent today for your vaccination. Is it okay to take some details from you?
Absolutely. Now, I've muted it at this point because you don't need to know all of my personal information, but what Michelle asked me here is what my name was, what my date of birth was, what my postcode was, where I live, and also what my doctor's surgery is. Now, if you don't know these things or don't remember, then I'm sure they'll help you, but you could always find out before you go and have them written down on a piece of paper, so you've got all that information ready to give to the nurse who's taking your consent.
Okay, I'm just going to run through some consent questions with you. Can I just check why you've come for your vaccination today?
I teach in a special school.
Lovely, thank you. Brilliant. So, have you ever had a flu vaccination before?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So the Oxford vaccine is what we're going to be giving you today, and the Oxford vaccine is very similar to the flu vaccination, and there's some common reported side effects for you. So you might feel that you get a sore, dull, achy arm, which is most common. You may well feel unwell for 24 to 48 hours, generally flu-y, so flu-type symptoms, fever, aches and pains, and just generally unwell. So what we'd say, you take some paracetamol, plenty of fluids and rest, and it should all settle down nicely. The vaccine itself is not a live vaccine, so you cannot catch the virus from the vaccine. So if you find that your symptoms persist or you're worried or concerned, we recommend you call your GP or 111.
Okay.
Okay. So in terms of the consent questions now, I'll read them through for you. Have you had a vaccination in the last 7 days?
No.
No. Are you currently well today?
Yes.
Do you have any fevers?
No.
Do you have any symptoms of coronavirus today?
No.
And have you tested positive in the last 28 days to coronavirus?
No.
Lovely, thank you. Have you ever had any serious allergic reactions or anaphylaxis
No.
to medication or food products?
No.
Lovely, thank you. So for our female patients, we would ask, are you or could you be pregnant? Have you taken part in any coronavirus vaccine trials before?
No.
Thank you. Are you taking any anticoagulation or blood thinning medications?
No.
Lovely, thank you. And do you have any bleeding disorders?
No.
Lovely. So you're suitable for the vaccine today. Are you happy to carry on?
Yes.
Lovely, brilliant. So that's all from my part of the process. So now we ask you to go down the end of the screens and turn left, and you'll see another queue, which is like a snake queue, and that will take you into your vaccination.
Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
Now, I know a lot of what they say about the side effects that might happen can sound really scary, but they've got to say that so it doesn't come as a surprise. The next bit, I don't actually have to join the snaky queue. That's why I don't have a photo. I just happened to go straight into my vaccine. So this is the bit. This is the next clip. You will actually see me getting my injection. You will see the needle. You will see them stick it into my arm. If that really isn't your thing, or that's the bit that you really causes you most anxiety, etc., you can always skip forward or close your eyes for that bit. But it's coming up now.
Hello,
Thank you.
if I could have your name and date of birth.
It's Craig Tucker, 17th of June 1986.
Lovely, Craig. Hi, I'm Roz.
Hiya.
Nice to meet you. I'm just going to check consent. If you could go back up for me just a minute, I'll just check it. That's lovely. Right, and then we'll go down. Oh, can you go down? Sorry, it says there has permission to film. Here you are.
There we go.
So, okay, so you've been through consent.
Yes.
And there's nothing to tell me. You're good to go.
Yep.
And you're happy to have the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine.
I am, yeah.
That's brilliant. Okay. So, are you right-handed?
I am, yeah.
Should we go for your left?
Sounds good.
Lovely. So that's brilliant. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. That's okay. Unless you want to take it off completely.
No.
I'll tell you what. We need to get a little bit higher.
Yeah. Had to wear the rosy shirt today.
I see that. That's really good. Brilliant. Good effort. Good effort. Okay. All right. So, if you relax this arm down, that's it. Nice and floppy, like your tattoos. Looks quite medieval. What is it? What are they?
It's the superheroes. I'm a bit of a geek.
Oh, I love it. They look great. Okay. Yes, that's all right. I'll get in there. I'm getting there. There we are. Lovely. So I want this arm to go really nice and floppy. Good. And lovely. Relax. And I'm coming in now. Well done. That's really good. Excellent. Fantastic. Just check there's no blood. Doesn't look to be so. That looks great. Now, did you drive here today?
I did, yes.
Lovely. So have they explained the 15-minute
Yep.
wait? Okay, lovely. So you can either wait over there or in your car.
Yep.
And there's a cafe if you want to treat yourself.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much.
It's a momentous day.
Cheers. Thanks for that.
All right, well done.
There's your card there. If you can just bring that for your second appointment.
Fab. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, there you go.
Thanks for
and
that.
you just go out there,
Yep.
turn right, and you go all the way round the one-way system.
So that was me having my vaccine. Now, hopefully that helps answer any questions if anyone's feeling a little bit worried about what it might be like. that's why I did the video, so you could see what it was like for somebody else. Now, it might be slightly different when you come to have your vaccine. If it's a bit busier, you might have to wait a little bit longer. Or if you go to a different vaccine centre, they might run things slightly differently. But I think the experience will be fairly the same wherever you go. Now, I had my vaccine yesterday, and I'll be completely honest with you, I did feel a little bit poorly. I had aches and I did have a bit of a temperature, but I took some paracetamol. I went to bed. I let my wife and my children look after me. I watched a nice movie and ate some nice food. And today I'm feeling fine. I'm, like it's not happened. My arm is a little bit sore, but I'm not having to take paracetamol for it. But if I did, that would be okay. But I think, having the vaccine now, I feel safer. I know that I've got protection against COVID, which I wouldn't have had before. So feeling a little bit poorly, I think was worth it. So there we go. Hopefully that answers any questions people might have about what the vaccine's like, and hopefully that's been helpful for you. If you're going for your vaccine soon, all the best. Hope it works out well for you. I hope your experience was as lovely as mine, because all the nurses and staff that looked after me were amazing and brilliant and friendly and kind. So I'm sure if at any point you are feeling worried or you're scared, they will be there to help you, and will answer any questions that you've got. All right, so keep safe. See you soon.